good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Gratitude Tuesday. My name is Karen, and I'm one of your recovery coaches.
Hi, I'm Raina. I'm one of the recovery coaches here at Capital Recovery. We'll go over some announcements first. So today we have lots of groups that you guys can come in and take part in. Our first one of the day is not that. Where is it?
It's our coffee and conversation.
There you go.
Coffee and conversation at 2 p.m. on Tuesdays.
And then we have the Men in Training Mentoring at 5 on Tuesdays. And of course, our Gratitude Day at 7. And then we also have our family meeting, which right now we're having every third Saturday from 12 to 1. So you can bring your family out and come take part in some activities and things that we have here at the center. And then what else do we have? We have Row. So we're here in July now, and our first stop is going to be tomorrow at the Countryside Village in 99 Deerfield Drive in Seabrook from 10 to 2. And the first police station we'll be at is on Monday, this coming Monday, 7/11, at the Port Norris State Police Barracks at 88061 Highland Street, Port Norris, from 10 to 2.
Is that all?
Yeah, that's what we got coming up. I think so. I know. I feel like we usually have more announcements. Sure, there'll be more to come. So since we started doing this Gratitude Day, we've been talking a lot about what to be grateful for, how to show gratitude, how to kind of turn your perspective on things by making a gratitude list or keeping a gratitude journal. We've written gratitude letters to people that we care about, that we're happier in our lives. But today we're going to kind of flip the script a little bit. And we're going to talk about gratitude for what we don't have. Because sometimes we get so focused on, okay, let me be grateful I have this, this, and this. But there are negative things in our lives that, we can be happy we don't have as well. So I found this article from stepintosuccess.com. And it says, gratitude for what we don't have. So have you ever had a time when you hoped for something, got disappointed that it didn't happen, and then down the road realized what a blessing it was that you didn't get what you wanted? Absolutely. Several times. Everyone has experienced times in their lives when they were sure they knew what they wanted, only to realize later they dodged a bullet. When I think about this, I think of the Garth Brooks song, Unanswered Prayers, and how easy it is to look backwards and say, whew, but not everyone dodges those bullets in their lives. It's kind of like the hindsight is 2020 type of aspect on it. We all have challenges that can seem overwhelming until we see some of the challenges others are dealing with. You want to read a little bit?
Yeah. When we think about our problems in a larger context, the word that often gets used is gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful thing that has almost become a catchphrase in our society.
Mm-hmm.
We are told to be thankful and to show appreciation for everything we have in our lives. We all have people and situations in our lives that remind us how lucky we are. We know to be grateful for friends who are support systems and family members who would do anything for us. When we think about having roofs over our heads and work to go to when we wake up in the morning, we express our indebtedness. Indebtedness. When we are given a clean bill of health, we treasure the feeling. But have you ever thought about the other side of gratitude? Have you ever thought about being grateful for what you don't have?
Yeah, you can. You can go. All right. So what do you not have to deal with on a daily basis that others like you do? You may have experienced some of these things at times in your life, or might even be working through some of them right now. But I invite you to shift your gratitude mindset for a moment and consider the things you don't have to worry about. So to give some examples here, insurmountable debt, no place to live, debt. Hopefully not gone that far. No place to live, zero support from friends, family, and coworkers, constant pain, no computer or cell phone to connect with the world and do your homework or do your work. And I know a lot of people coming into recovery after active addiction, these are huge things that, you know, they end up facing. And that's kind of like what we focus on here is that all-encompassing recovery capital that you need to be successful. Because a lot of people are coming in here with insurmountable debt. Like I was just telling Karen, I had to do bankruptcy because it was just at a point that I had let it run up through active addiction, and there's no way for me to catch up on that. And then people come in here homeless, don't have a support system, constant pain, which is a lot of people use to mask that, and then no computer or cell phone to stay connected with the world, which is really important in recovery because you want to keep that circle around you and that support system, and you know, being able to pick up the phone and call somebody when you absolutely need to. So it says, what would you add to this list? The philosopher Socrates said, if all our misfortunes were laid in one common heap, whence everyone must take an equal portion, most people will be content to take their own and depart. And a lot wouldn't. While being grateful for what you have is important to feeling safe, fulfilled, and happy, being grateful for what you don't have can take your gratitude to the next level. So Karen and I wrote down a few things that we are grateful we don't have that we're going to share with you guys, just in case like you're still, you know, what are these guys talking about? Do you want to go first? You want me to go?
You can go first.
All right, so I'll go with the debt one since we were just talking about that. So not having any credit cards is like very foreign to me, but very freeing to not have to constantly be budgeting to catch up on this one or that one, or what payment can I make on here? I'm going to pay a little less on this one, or worried about, you know, late fees and all those other things, because, you know, way back before my active addiction, I had credit cards for every store you could think of. And I was always like trying to rob Peter to play Paul, and, you know, like putting home improvements on a credit card with a ridiculous limit that I don't know why they gave it to me. But so like today, my life is so much simpler and my budgeting is so much simpler because, you know, I have, some of it was alleviated for me, but I had no interest in going back to that. Like if I can't afford it with cash or, you know, debit card, whatever, then I probably don't need it, right? So
That's good. I can't wait to be in your position. I wrote down, I'm grateful that I don't have a car. I know sometimes it makes my life difficult not having a car, but honestly, when like the gas prices are off the chart, and then just like not too long ago, a car needed repair, and I'm like, well, I'm grateful I don't have to pay for that.
Yeah.
And it forced me to exercise. So I bought a bike. I haven't rode it here, but it forced me to get moving and use other ways to get transportation.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I, on the other hand, am grateful I finally have one again. Because not having one, I don't have the option of riding my bike here either. So I have to leave really early. But yeah, the repairs and everything else, all those added expenses that you don't think about, like you don't have them to worry about. So another one I wrote down was toxic relationships. And, you know, I was in 2 very toxic, abusive relationships in my life, one with my daughter's father, and then the person I was using the most with. And, you know, when you're in that mindset, you you start to believe that this is all you're good enough for, you know, or what they're the horrible things that they tell you about yourself. You start to believe them, and you know, no one else will want me. I might as well stay. You know what I mean? Not giving yourself the what's the word I'm looking for? The props. That's not the word I was looking for, but I guess it fits, right? Not realizing that you're better than this. You know what I mean?
Your work.
Yeah, my worth. There you go. And then like, you know, sometimes when you can't remove people from your life, like God does it for you. And that's one of those things that, you know what I mean? I am very grateful I am not with or in that situation anymore.
And that's true, because if I may add, I wrote down that I'm grateful for my dad not being here.
Mm.
He is still alive, thank God,
Mhm.
but he's just removed from my environment. And I think it is helpful for the both of us, because I feel that it has improved like our relationship. It's not constant fighting or constant, you know, this and that. And I feel like I see things in a different perspective now that he's not with me every day.
Mm.
Now, like, I talk to him because I want to talk to him, not because I have to talk to him.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So just adding on to what you said.
Yeah, 'cause sometimes that like little bit of separation is what you need. It's like my one daughter, I tease all the time. It's like she moved to Florida and she's so much nicer to me now. Sometimes it's just, you know, you got to make space. So the last one I wrote down is I am grateful I do not have a 2-story house. Because I had a 2-story house for many years, and it was the running up and down from the second floor all the way to the basement to do laundry, back up again. And then if there was a bedroom down there, so you'd have to go up to the second floor to use the bathroom, and it was horrible. Like, I always thought I wanted this big house, you know, cool staircase and all this stuff, and it was like visually appealing, but like my bones.
So practical.
Yeah, it's much nicer now just being on one level, basic little house. You know, and again, it's like that, but simplicity now. Like my life feels much simpler than it used to.
Not complex.
Yeah.
Let's see, I wrote down a whole bunch. I guess I'm grateful for not having a normal childhood. So even though I didn't have, you know, the picture perfect childhood, I am grateful for it because it made me who I am. So I don't think if I had gone through what I've gone through, I wouldn't have the coping skills that I do have. I don't think I would have the motivation to do what I do. I definitely learned that nothing has been handed to me. So I definitely have to work for everything that I have. So I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Like when you think about it, I would tell my dad when I first, you know, got clean that, you know, I'm grateful I'm an addict. And he just kind of looked at me like, what? Why would that be a good thing? And I said, well, I'm grateful I'm an addict in recovery, because the experience of being an addict and dealing with all of that has, you know, humbled me. And, you know, in hindsight, like we're talking 2020, has made me a better person. So it's like the same kind of concept. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like our backgrounds.
It
shape us
definitely
into who
makes
we are.
Yep. It definitely makes you appreciate what you are able to get
Mm-hmm.
and what you do have.
Yeah, because if you're handed everything all your life, like where's the value to it?
Right.
You know?
And I think it allowed me to empathize with others that have like the same situation that I was in.
Yeah.
So it just makes me feel good to be able to understand others in the same situation.
Absolutely.
Is that all you wrote?
Yeah, that's the only thing I wrote. Yeah.
I didn't know how in depth we were gonna go.
No, that's all right.
I wrote down that I'm grateful I don't have to worry about a place to live.
Yep.
Although I complain about bills, at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm grateful I can pay for them.
Yeah. Very true.
I guess it's all.
All right, yeah, it was kind of a short one tonight, but you know, holiday was yesterday, so.
We're getting back in the groove.
Yeah,
I had a 4-day weekend, so.
yeah. But, yeah, so it's just like a different point of view that we wanted to offer you guys, just something else to think about, to like that, the other side of the coin. And then, as always, we urge you guys to come in and join us, so in person, so we can do some more activities and make this last longer than 20 minutes. So please come in and see us at any time. We're at 72 North Pearl Street in Bridgeton. Or you can call us to see what we have going on, 856-391-7449.